Hello! Today we'll be talking about identity and access management in AWS, in short, IAM. Let's hop into the console and see how we can create an user, how we can create groups, and how we can assign permissions. Alright, so I'm already logged into AWS console and let's navigate to IAM. Management access to AWS resources. So here is the IAM resources dashboard, and as you can see we have users, roles, policies and groups. Let's try to firstly create a very basic user. This is the first one, this is the main one. I will be having another one here, or you can have a whole list of users here. You can see the groups, you can see last activity, you can see the status of MFA, password, age, and so on. So let's firstly click create, test user. Here we can provide user access to the AWS Management Console. So this is something that you would like to do if user could log into the console, www console, as we are here. So you can have an auto-generated password, a custom one, and change a password at the next sign in. So let's just, for the sake of showing, to a auto-generate password here. Let's click next. And then we can either add user to group, either copy permission from another user, or attach policies directly. Usually you would have a group of users, like for development, for testers, like admin group or whatever, and assign users to groups, because then you can have permissions set on the whole group level, not the individual user. But let's create some attachment for a very basic direct policy. So here is a very big list, like 1208 of policies, and here is the very basic admin one. So allow star to star, so it will have, this user will have an access to all the resources and do all the actions. So let's assign this policy. This is not something you would typically do for a user, maybe for your admin user to not log into root account. Let's create next. And here we have a very basic overview. There is also one more policy, IAM user change password, because we clicked the box that the password needs to be changed on the first login. Let's create a user. And here we can see the password, see the username, and console sign-in URL. If you wouldn't have this URL, you would always need to also add the account name in the box. You can also download all this data. I won't be checking out the password because this wasn't the idea here. So let's just continue. And we have a user. Here we have also the list of the policies, and you can even create your own ones. That will be something for another video. Let's quickly go to maybe user groups, and then we can create a user. Let's create a user called, I don't know, developers. And here we can add specific users. So let's say I would add this test user, and here I would be able to attach the policies, but not on the user level, but on the group level, so that if I would assign this administrator access here, I don't need to have it on the user level. We are managing the policies on the group level. And let's create user group. So we have a group, we can check it out. We see that there is a one user in this group. There is what permissions are assigned, there are no permissions here. And we can go back to a user for a while, click to the user tab, and we can see here the permissions attached directly, the groups, here's in security credentials. We can create also, let's say, access key for a user so that it will have a programmatic access through the console or SDK in any programming language, and all the other types of credentials. We have also something called Access Advisor. It gives us the details about when the user was last logged in, what are the allowed services, and so on. So that's basically it for this time. See you next time.